because most of the time you see a bunch of women of a variety of skin tones arguing about colorism, but you don't see many men. So what is the reason for that? Like, as far as dark skin, they don't have that same experience as dark women at times.
So it's so much, it's way more rare to see Black men talking about colorism, period, of any skin tone. A lot of it, I believe, in various, philosophies would corroborate this, is that because colorism is so much about how people look, men are less likely to be judged on how they look in society in general, right? So when you think about social status across cultures, across different races of people, this could be like white people, Asian people, Black people, men are less likely to be held back from jobs and careers and social advancement because of their physical features or because of their hair, like just how they look, right? You see a wider variety of successful looking men than you do successful looking women. And again, this is true across race and color. And so women in society, professionally, socially, romantically, are just way more likely to be judged on how we look. And so something like colorism, that's all about how we look, is going to disproportionately affect women more so than men. And then you think about things like patriarchy, where even in a marriage context or a dating context, again, historically, if a man made money, parents and women, a lot of people just didn't care how they looked, right? There's like, okay, well, as the man, you're just here to provide and protect, right? Whereas women throughout history, it was like they had to rely more on looks for various reasons. But also there is a stigma around Black men in particular acknowledging hurt or pain or acknowledging feelings. And so if a Black boy has his feelings hurt by being teased or bullied, because I saw it too as a teacher, the dark-skinned Black boys were also teased and taunted for being too dark or etc. But because they're boys, it's more stigmatized for them to express that pain or to acknowledge that pain and that hurt. And to say, I might be a man, but I still have feelings, like, my goodness, right? And so I think as generations of Black boys and Black men get comfortable with saying like, hey, we have feelings and it's okay for us to go to therapy and talk about the wounds that we might have, then I think we'll see a change in that. And then the last thing I'll say is I always refer people to the Biggie Smalls lyric where he says, black and ugly as ever, however, I stay Coochie down. And he talks about how he's still able to get women or whatever. And I just think that lyric is so illustrative of how it's true, right? Like a Black man can be perceived as quote unquote ugly and still reach the pinnacle of professional success. So